'Tis another day in Uldar. Permission has been given to join other guilds, primarily in search of coin and self-improvement. Mostly coin. Coin being desperately in need right now. We will still be a gladiator. My dream of the Blood Sands will be fulfilled, but for now, coin. And as we've seen, coin can be come by, quite honestly, in the mines, which are run and mostly owned by the concern who answer to the syndicate. And presumably, should we find ourselves climbing the ranks, we might one day find ourselves in rather esteemed company. A thought for another day, though. First, yes, we will make our coin the legal, legitimate way by consigning ourselves to another guild and their dues, and getting dirty, just covered in filth. But it could be worse. So, my new guild master, 'tis I, Falala Unlala, here to tell you about how well I can stick a pickaxe in something. It can't be that hard. Physically taxing, but not exceptionally difficult, I'm sure. And gold shall flow. Eventually, I'm pretty sure. Well, they'll send us to find gold for the goldsmiths. After all, the goldsmiths guild is here, and presumably they need gold, so at some point gold will flow. Regardless, the concern with being a miner is the fact that most mines are owned and operated by the mineral concern underneath the syndicate, a member of whom may or may not have heard of me, but I'm pretty sure not have heard of me, at least not yet. So, the tricky part is that as a member of the guild under the concern, everything sort of belongs to them, except does it? Like, I'm an adventurer first, and an adventurer belongs to the Adventurers Guild even before I belonged to the Gladiators Guild, and adventurers are allowed to pretty much, by my understanding, keep a portion of whatever it is that they come by. Whether it's the hides off of beasts, or the venom from creatures, or crystals from void scent, perhaps gold from mineral deposits. This is copper, of course. We're just starting. It's baby's first mining steps, but copper's pretty good. Copper fetch a penny or two. We do have to figure out who to sell it to. If you just sell the copper in bulk to anyone, they'll probably act as a middleman and try and charge somebody else for it. So the best bet is to find somebody who'll buy it direct, like the guild. Now, we can't sell to the concern. No, because we work for them and that would not quite work out. But we could sell to the Goldsmiths Guild if copper's something that they buy. Which it might be. I mean, I imagine that the goldsmiths buy at least a bit of copper quite regularly. So, well, it was just outside. I'm sure it's like the deposits are owned by someone, but it was literally just outside the city. It wasn't like in a mine, Guildmaster. And you wish to send me after what now? Okay, bones. I wasn't aware there was a great demand for bones. Seems an odd choice. Mostly because I don't know what you'd use them for. Okay. I've heard of bone meal, which is ground up bones and used as fertilizer, so maybe that's it. There's also bone black, which is ground up burned bones, which are ground very fine into a powder and used for ink. So perhaps alchemists want these? I can't imagine that they're very useful in any other way. I mean, if they're already buried, you would think if they were good fertilizer that they would be fertilizing the... I don't know who wants bones. Why bones? Like, not even big bones, just chips of bones. I found them just on the side of the cliff, but yeah, I was trying to figure out who's gonna be a customer for the bones. You're not gonna tell me, are you? No, you're not gonna tell me who wants the bones. I am going to choose to they're for fertilizer. That's what they are. You wanted them for fertilizer, and that's fine with me. Obsidian. Wonderful material. I used makahute, I believe is the pronunciation of the weapon that I used. Let's move along. You don't need to know what I used it on. But obsidian is volcanic glass. Now, I didn't see any volcanoes in this area, so thankfully it's marked in my log where on the map I should expect to find some. Some kind soul has gone out and found this information for me. This isn't the sort of geography I associate with volcanoes, but I'm not a geologist. Possibly the volcano has been extinct for so long that just no evidence left except the obsidian. Or magic. Always a possibility that there was some sort of magic that melted all of the rock down into magma and made it flow into new volcanic fields. Absolutely possible. You'd have to get the rock really, really hot, but magic can do anything, which is why you always take the mages out first. Yeah. Aim for the healers, then for the mages. Healers sort of are mages, so it kind of counts as going for the... You go for the magic first. Just get that out of the way. Yes, I found you the obsidian. I was wondering how it got into the ground there, but... Oh, I see. So it's going back to my gladiators. Okay, cool. Yes, love this. Love that I am helping both my guilds at the same time. All 3 of my guilds. I am paying so many fees, aren't I? Is there like a good taxing, like an adventurer's tax company? Like just a house of accountants for adventurers? I feel like that might be a thing that I'm going to have to avail myself of come tax season. I impressed a man in the concern. Did I? The foreman of the concern? Because I got obsidian? That was it? That's all it took to get your... How badly have you been burned by adventurers before? Because, sir, I understand your concern that I am from Uldar, but I am not from the city. I'm from the nation, not the city. So, yes, country bumpkin, I get it. But it's... I'm not liking the attitude that as an adventurer I am here to take full advantage of you. You want cinnabar? I will bring you cinnabar. It is a highly toxic material. It's mercury ore. I understand why we're giving it to the alchemists, because the alchemists are probably mad as hatters. But I will take proper precaution with the cinnabar, because it is a highly toxic material that could poison me. And I am not feeling very generous, Mr. Deep Canyon, about you sending me out for for this material. Because I think that you think that I, the dumb adventurer from the country, don't know how to protect myself from such a dangerous material. And I am resentful of the harm that you may have been trying to cause my person. No accusations. Here's your toxic, poisonous mercury ore. For the alchemists to make their whatever. Probably mercury. Although what they want with it, who knows? It is thought to be like part of the immortality legend thing, but we all know that necromancers have proven that wrong. And now you're lecturing me about the proper PPE to be using to handle highly toxic materials. Sir! I'm not angry. I'm not angry. I'm just keeping it all in mind that you work directly under the syndicate. So it's not your fault that you are exactly the sort of person who would send a rookie out to kill themselves on highly toxic rocks. Sure. Anyway, yes, Guildmaster. What is it you would like now? I'm sure that he was very good to you, since you're from the city and not an adventurer, and don't have that pesky little claws under your belt. You want me to go to Lunasea? You want me to go all the way to Lunasea? That's another country. I need... I'll have to take a ship. There should be one near Horizon, I think. So... I'm pretty sure that there's a shipping trade that our port here in Horizon trades to Lunasea. I'm pretty sure, and I'm only pretty sure because we don't have any shipping out of the Silver Bazaar anymore. So it makes sense that it shifted from the Silver Bazaar up here to Horizon. And I do know that we have ships up here. But I don't know if they go to Lunasea. So we're going to find out. I find it rather odd that you just want me to go to a whole nother country to get you a rock. I'm sure there were probably better rocks we could have gotten right here. Hello. You're very oddly dressed, aren't you? I'm dowdy. You're garish. Have you seen yourself, madam? Honestly, I have the excuse. I'm wearing hand-me-downs. You look like you want to look that way. And now you want me to fetch you orange juice. I would assume you would get orange juice here in a restaurant. This is a restaurant, isn't it? Yes. It's a restaurant. But you're not selling the orange juice. Okay. We're going to have to find the orange juice. Lovely. Orange juice? No. Okay. And nothing for me, of course. No, not Falala. Falala's not good enough. You're selling arms and armor. Chocobo. Be much nicer than running on my own 2 legs all the way here next time. I'm sure we'll be back. There's how many merchants can there be in this town? This isn't the... Okay. But it looked like a... Is it you? Is it... It is, isn't it? Yes, of course. You're the one with the orange juice. Okay. 1 orange juice, please. 7 whole gill. Well, we are doing all of this in order to make coin, and sometimes you have to spend coin to make coin. Ma'am, here is your orange juice. Okay, so I am aware that one can dye fabric and leather. However, it's usually a process, like an undertaking of a process that I don't particularly have a whole lot of time for. And now you want blood orange juice. And this I do get from the restaurant. Okay. I thought it odd to have a restaurant that doesn't serve. Maybe they just don't serve falala. Of course, nobody wants to serve falala. It's fine. I'm not bitter. One day, I will have my name in the common man's mind, right up there with the bull. Anyway, now we know how to disguise our armor as not our armor, which is probably useful at some point. It might be, but for now, a nice skill to have, I'm sure, especially for cutthroats and the dishonorable. Yes, I would like to go to... Okay. Well, this confirms that you do have ships that go to Limsa, which is the capital of Lanacea. But since I can't go to Lanacea, let's see if I can do something with the Goldsmiths Guild, as I'm a little bit roadblocked. Why are we still closed borders? It's been 5 years! So, on the one hand, I could just sell to the goldsmiths. On the other hand, I could learn from the goldsmiths and then sell what I create out of the things that I have mined and make more profit. And we are looking for a profit. The money kind, not the oracle kind. Yes, I would like to join the Goldsmiths Guild, please. I am sure with the advance in technology and magic that it cannot be nearly as hard as it used to be, because we use crystals for it now. I don't necessarily know how, though, so you're going to have to teach me, Serendipity. You're going to have to teach me everything. And you seem very happy to do so. I do love somebody who is also a happy, generous person. I feel like I am generally a very happy and generous person myself. So, just guide me along. A hammer is a hammer. It's the person who wields the hammer that makes it good. I'm sure someone has said that before. I'm sure that's a saying. So, now we have a hammer, we have a new outfit, and we will pass Serenity's muster and create something. So if I don't have it, you'll sell it to me. But if I have it, I save myself a pretty penny. I thought that might be how it worked. Well, I was pretty sure that your supplier was, in fact, the Miners Guild, but he probably just runs between one guild and the other. I can't imagine the aetherite business being too easy on his stomach. So, here we learn to make a copper ingot, which involves much less fire and melting than I expected. I will be honest. The crystals took out the whole smelting part of it. Very interesting. I believe your Mamet is taller than me. It's also incredibly rude. You have an incredibly rude Mamet. At least you understand that he is a very rude Mamet. Wait, so does that mean that we make jewelry here? Was my understanding. Jewelry, accessories, things of a fanciful, expensive nature. Are you implying that we also deal with Mamets? With clockwork? With, like, fine detailed little animatrons? Oh, well, that's something I hadn't thought about. Is there a market for Mamets? Not yours, obviously. Yours, very special, very unique, very yours. I will improve upon making my copper bars, which somehow required no smelting in a furnace at all. So, just give me a moment. I have learned the art of the copper bar now. I have practiced and studied. What would you prefer me to make next? Yes, yes. What would you like, Serendipity? I've got the copper. Yes. Don't need to buy it. I did that myself. Yes. So, copper gorgets. Okay. This, I do need to buy the leather. Do need to buy the leather. So it's 2 copper ingots, 1 piece of leather, and hammer and shape to shape. The leather I understand, because you don't want the copper directly on your skin. It'll turn your skin green, unless you're a rhodogrin, in which case I'm not sure, but it's probably not a nice color. And haha, 1 of 3. And 3 down. Here you are, the very best I can do of gorgets. Sing my praises. I have picked up a new skill. They're not particularly pretty, in my opinion, but if you can't get real armor, I suppose it's not terrible. It might deflect a blow. And the mermaid... the mermaid. But a grindstone. Oh, this is for the gems. Because, yes, I understand. You're making jewelry, you're making things with very pretty gemstones. You have to grind them into the nice, faceted, glittery shapes. Right, so thank you quite much. Yes. Ooh, prestigious quantity of copper rings. Absolutely, Serenity. I have the materials. I will get on that right away for you. As many copper rings as required. Here you are. Yes, I have made you copper rings, which only required copper, if you can believe that. That's all it took. Utterly atrociously rude little animatron. Okay. Oh, you want me to deal with the client as well? Fine. I did produce the goods. I should stand behind them. I suppose both physically and metaphorically. How did you become Guildmaster, Serendipity? I do wonder, just out of curiosity. So, off to the client, who is presumably waiting out here. Here you are, good sir. Your copper rings. Yes, all of them. To repair your mail. Why copper mail? Of all the metals, why copper mail? Just wondering. Is it because we don't have a blacksmithing guild here to make you steel mail? Are the brass blades poor? Well, they're not poor because they're backed by the syndicate, but like, can the syndicate not afford to get them real armor in the like steel varieties? You're having, I believe you have what is known in these days as a situationship, Serendipity. And the situation is with your Mamet. Your Mamet is causing a situation. Fang earrings, I'll have to buy the leather and the fangs. But brass I can do. Brass I've done. I've got the brass. And now I've got your necklace and your earrings. Here we go. Brass get fang earrings. I like brass. It's nice. It's shiny. It looks like gold and isn't because it's cheap. But you know, it all depends on the ratio of zinc to copper to make the brass. Too much zinc, brittle, not quite as lustrous a gold. Too much copper, it's very much copper colored. So, and it's about a 10-to-1 ratio, I believe, by weight for the best, like, gold-looking brass. Anyway, doesn't matter. Off to deliver. Here you are, sir. Your requested jewelry. I am sure that you will put them to adequate use for whatever purposes you have for them. I try not to look too deeply into the things that are not my business. So, and you're a flirt. Of course. Such a man would get Serendipity excited. I'm not sure she's had too many men try to flirt with her in earnest before. But not my business. We are not here to speculate on Serendipity, my guild master's love life, or lack thereof. We are here to learn the arts and profit from them. And for that, we are going to learn about materia. Interesting. Yes, I had noticed that my equipment was all white now. But I didn't know why. So, someone all the way out here is going to tell me how to affix materia, create materia. I'm not sure. What am I learning out here? I'm learning about materia, which my understanding was it was a very special crystal created out of memories. Okay, good sir. Yes, inanimate objects. Okay. Draw out the energy as materia extraction. Okay, we're going to extract materia from the inanimate objects of my clothing. Okay, that's apparently how that works. Once my clothing has absorbed enough memories, I can extract them as a physical object of its own. which is a physical manifestation of memories. I am not a mage, and I don't understand magic. But I'm pretty sure that's magic. I have pulled all of the materia out of all of my clothes, and I can't make the thing that she wants me to put the materia into. Okay. Marbled eye, you'll sell me that. What about the antelope horn? I need antelope horn. There's no antelope in Uldar. There's no antelope in Uldar. How do I get antelope horn in? Okay. Setting that aside, because I feel like I'll have to leave the country to get antelope horn, let's go back to the tried and true. Miller, I'm sorry. It's been a day. I know you gave me permission to leave, but I don't know that I should have. Run all the way out here. Good sir, we are here to help. We have been sent with a potion for your health to help you. Do you know who attacked you? Do you know who's behind it? 'Cause we kinda know who they're after. We just don't know who they are. Or why. I can guess why, but evidence would be nice. Proof, one would say, if one was going to go to court and present a case about why one had to murder a lot of people in unsanctioned fights. Not that I think it'll come to that. It was guild sanctioned, if not nationally, and the guild works underneath the syndicate. Apparently we work underneath the syndicate, or at least alongside the people who work underneath the syndicate, which is sort of the same thing. I mean, if I was a member of the syndicate, I would see the gladiators and the brass blades and most mercenaries on the same sliding scale of payment, so sort of the same thing. From someone's perspective, it's sort of the same thing. Wymond! I remember Wymond, yes. Okay. Right. We'll go back and speak to Wymond the rumour monger. Sir, do you remember me? Yes! Falala! Good! You do. Question, have you seen this before? Oh, I don't like it when they do things like that. Wymond, could you not look like you've seen a ghost? And then it tweaked your bum. Okay, so it's a gang, well, yeah, a want to be mafia, but they're not really a mafia. They're just a gang. Once they reach the level of mafia, then they're a problem, because the syndicate will either want to ally with them, own them, or destroy them. So they're not that big yet, because the syndicate hasn't tried to put a leash on them or destroy them. Probably. Possibly. Unless I missed something. It's possible I missed something. Aldous says I've missed something. What is it, Aldous? You do know Miller is not happy with you. And I'm in the middle. I don't want to be in the middle. Oh, okay. This is a lot. You guys are dealing with a lot, and I feel like I don't need to be here for this. Maybe I shouldn't be here for this. Oh dear. Okay, well, now we go fight some people, who presumably are here to fight Aldous, but we're going to fight them because the Silver Bazaar is where my friends live. I helped protect this place. Oh, these might be the guys who were behind the whole trying to buy the Silver Bazaar business. I have personal beef with you in that case. I don't like you. If you were the ones who were trying to muscle around and steal the Silver Bazaar out from underneath its rightful settlers, I don't want to say owners. It doesn't feel right to say owners, but the rightful settlers and builders of the Silver Bazaar. You're trying to steal people's property so that you can just build up a criminal base. Oh, I do not like you. You get in the way of business. You are, like I said, go for the mages. You always go for the mages first. Just take out their magical support, and then it'll all get easier. But I think that's what's going on. These people were the ones behind that. What was his name? That's murky little worm. It'll come to me. First, I have to deal with these spellcasters. We spellcasters. They're always a problem. Okay. I think we're thinning them down. We're getting to the last of them. Maybe. Possibly. Nope, another spellcaster. Really? Could you not? Thank you. Okay. Back to getting rid of the rest. Now that they have no magical support, they're easier to take down and own the field. It's always the mages. And the last man down. Fall. Haha. Nope. Darn it, I didn't see you behind me. Okay. We've lived. We've all lived. Victory is a sweet thing. And there's the one who stabbed our friend at the coffin. I don't like how very self-confident he seems. Are you a mage? Oh, and now my guild master is having a moment. Oh, ooh. So purple is a theme, I see. Are you a mage? Are you a brawler? You've got a... Oh. Oh. Oh, you've got the same sword as Aldous. Ah, yes. It comes all the way around. You're a gladiator. Who's not a gladiator anymore. Now you're a bad boy. Oh, and the Biggins have history with you, and that's why they're all upset. You went and became a bad boy. Now we're... the only thing that I can think is that we're going to have to spank you, sir. So Aldous has been trying to find the man in purple, and the man in purple has been trying to have Aldous murdered. Okay, yeah, I can see that this throuple was never going to last. The three of you just... balancing over a field of knives. Oh, this will be a glorious disaster. And I'm going to have to bear witness. Joy. Joy of joys. So, with that lovely bit of history dragged up from the depths, let's go check on our old friend. How are you doing, Falala? You still going strong? Yeah. Came all the way out here to see you, and and okay, and I came all the way out here to see you, and you would like me to go straight back and deliver a letter to Momodi. Does anybody else feel like the Adventures Guild is also the glorified mail runners? Is that what we are to you, Momodi? Are we the glorified mail runners? I just deliver your parcels from all around Uldar. Here's your letter from Falala. You were a Sultan Swan. Okay. He's a loyal man. But you're not looking too happy, Momodi, about this Sultan Swan. Okay. I keep getting into business that's not my business. This is true. But, I mean, look, if it's that important to you, one friend to another, I have few reservations helping you out. Only a small few. Okay. She lost her crown? Oh, he lost her crown. I don't care how loyal he is. That could get him beheaded. That's... Oh dear. Okay. So, either he's exceptionally loyal and dumb, or he's behind the theft. At least in part. And you want me to go help him out, presumably to figure out which is which. I can do that. So, up here... Oh, they're not that far from the alchemists. Okay, I didn't... Well, okay, it's called Scholar's Walk. I suppose it makes sense. Alchemists do think that they're rather smart. I don't know why they're next to the Sultan Swan and the... presumably where the crown used to be kept. Here's the letter. Mamodi asked me... I have not read your letter. I don't read people's mail, good sir. But I do have an inkling of what's in it. Yes, Mamodi might have made it clear that you've bungled spectacularly. Yeah. And they're holding it for ransom. Really. They actually have it, and they're holding it for ransom. What could be worth the sign of the Sultana's royalness? Like the thing that signifies her lineage and right to rule. What on earth could be worth that they're demanding it in ransom? Like, the entire treasury probably isn't enough. But, okay. There's something that they want. Let's find out what it is. We're going to wait. Here we go. Who? More purple! Are you in on? Are you with? What? You are, aren't you? You're with the other guys who are in purple, who are trying to set up this whole gang. If you're not, then you all have terrible taste in clothing together. But I'm thinking that you are, in fact, in on it. So? Oh no. Did you just give him a biological weapon in exchange for the crown? You are the stupidest man alive. We knew it was a trap. We knew it was an ambush. And then you gave him a biological weapon? Have you no sense at all? Papa Sean. Well, that... Hello. Did not expect to see you here. Don't you have a train to be waiting for? Okay, so... Master Papa Sean. Master Papa Sean. Really? Well, I suppose we can all have our hidden depths, such as the sheer depth of stupidity this boy has. At the same time, we will just do our best to keep him alive, draw as much of the aggravation onto myself. So, Sultan Swan, you have a sword and shield. You fight somewhat like a gladiator, although not really. Gonna say You're not very showy. You don't have a whole lot of flash and panache. You gotta really, like, stir it up for the audience, you know. As a gladiator. I suppose as the royal guard of the Sultan's... Why more void scent? What? Why? Okay. New theory. You may or may not be with the other purple bastards, but you're certainly with the bastard under Lolorito who tried the whole murder via golem bit. So, you probably weren't working with Lolorito if you went after the Sultana's crown. Probably weren't. So there might be a connection between Lord Lolorito and these thieves and the biological weapon that was just kept in the treasury. Apparently, that's a thing. Oh, hello. There you are. I thought you would be around. Where there's a void scent, there's you. Okay, Mr. Summoner. You and I really don't like mages. I really don't like mages. What the hell is that? No, I don't like that. There's got to be a limit to how many things you can summon, sir. It's a lesser gargoyle? Lesser? Oh, I do not want to see what a greater one is. All the same. It's going rather well, I think. Not too bad. Okay. Bigger they are, harder they fall. All that. Why are you here? Nobody called for you. Nobody asked you to butt in. Do I look like I need a healer to take care of me? I'm fine. But also, you do not fight like a healer. Who are you? Why are you always here? Why do you keep showing up? What the hell are you studying? Me? Sir, I would like some answers. Who is we? What is an Ascian? Some explanations? No, What do you mean, the gifted? Sir, I would like explanations, not more mysteries. And now you just want to... I don't trust you. I do not trust you. You show up out of nowhere. You're always underfoot when these people are underfoot. Okay, so that was a bad crystal. Okay. So there are good crystals and there are bad crystals, and apparently I have a gift. I don't want to know what the gift is. I have a guess, and I want it to be wrong. Cause that's a lot that I don't need on my plate right now. Anyway, Papa Sean! It is nice to see you again, Master Papa Sean. Yes, I'm very surprised. But it is also giving me a suspicion. How important was Lady Lilira? How important was Lady Lilira?
Exalted vessel of Nothal, guardian of Falala, 17th ascendant to the throne of Uldar. Her Royal Majesty, Nanamo Ulnamo presides.
Oh no.
Glory to the Sultana! Forever may she reign!
They regaled me with tales of a champion amongst champions, once whose tireless service to the crown merited the highest honor we might bestow.
Oh no.
Never did it occur to me that it might be you. Bring it forth!
What is it? Thank you.
Betokening our gratitude and esteem, I, Nanamo Ulnamo, Sultana of Uldar, confer upon you this gift. Rauban,
Your Grace,
That's
see to it that our champion is my personal guest at the banquet.
the bull.
as you command, Your Grace.
That's the bull.
Uldar owes you a great debt. I am Rauban al-Din. With the consent of Her Grace, I oversee the affairs of the Sultanate.
Uh-huh.
Brave souls are few and far between in these times. I count my blessings when I find one.
Oh, you're
Grace
very
invites you to
blessed.
join her at the coming banquet. I trust I will see you there.
Uh-huh.
And honors are indeed. Come, hero. Until then, for the sake of Her Grace and the glory of the Sultanate, may you walk in the light of the crystal.
That's the bull. He talked to me. The bull talked to me.